So many of my clients struggle with leadership in the moment. It's a great concept in abstract, but when it comes time to actually find a way to lead your team, or even in a casual situation where you're dealing with a friend and you need to step up for that person, it can be really challenging. It can be intimidating. And leadership is not something you're born with. Leadership is a skill that you learn over time, that requires practice and requires a little bit of technique, frankly. Well, in working with so many different people over the years, I've developed a very simple 3-step process for daily leadership. I call it a daily leadership framework. And I'd like to share it with you right now because I really think it will make a huge difference for you in every single area of your life. So the first step in the daily leadership framework is called PRIME. Now, priming is a proven psychological technique that helps you heighten effectiveness. Used incorrectly, priming can actually decrease effectiveness. So it's really important to understand how you can prime a team member or an employee or a friend so that they can really accomplish what they're eager to accomplish. So if you want to understand what priming really is all about, think of any great sports team and that pep talk that the coach is giving them before they go out on the field, before they're going to try and win the basketball game or hit that home run. It's the uplifting words, it's the encouragement, it's the inspiring idea of what you're doing and why you're doing it, and why it makes such a huge difference that you, this particular individual, this subordinate you're talking to, is involved in this process. Why them? It's the pep talk. Priming is the pep talk. So you always start with priming. Step 2 is to use a proven process. Don't just throw somebody out into the water and hope that they figure out how to swim. Give them a proven step-by-step process that will deliver the results you need from them. And give them permission to improve upon it. Give them the opportunity to make the process even better. They may know new technology that you don't know. They may have a different approach that you've never thought of. They might do research that gives them an inspiring idea on how they could make the process even better. So instead of insisting that it's just one way, give them a structure to follow, but then encourage them to make it their own so that they really feel ownership of the process and pride in the process. Now, when I'm talking about a proven process, let me give you an example. Let's use the example of writing a blog post. So when you're writing a blog post, some of the different steps that could be involved in your process is first to identify a hot, trending topic that's of interest to your audience. So that would be step 1. The second step is to identify strong keyword terms to use in the headline, in the subheads, and throughout the article. The third step is to decide what type of blog post you want to create. There are 20 different kinds of blog posts that you can write, and each one serves a different purpose. So you really have to figure out, given what we're trying to accomplish through this blog post and what the topic is, what style of blog post are we going to write? Okay. The fourth thing is to actually map out the content. How are you going to deliver the information throughout that entire article? Next, you want to identify different examples that you can link to in your post, because links really add to the impact of your post. They help you get better SEO ranking, and they give you the link back love, which is always helpful. And then, of course, you need to find images and videos, graphics, infographics, anything that will add value to your post. So there are several different steps that someone's going to go through before they finally get to the step of actually writing the post. All those other steps that I talked about are all of the preliminary preparation that is proven to be highly effective when you want to write a blog post. So that might be the proven process that you give someone who's working with you to write a sample blog post for you. So then the third step in this daily leadership process is praise their progress. Rome wasn't built in a day. People rarely get things exactly right the very first time they try it. They're bound to have a little bit of stumbling progress. You focus on the progress and you really help them celebrate their progress. You focus on what's working in what they're doing. Maybe they found some great resources that are really intriguing. Maybe they're able to take a very popular topic and flip it just enough that gives it a really unique take, a unique approach that's bound to get a lot of comments and sharing on your blog post. Whatever it is, you want to give them some immediate feedback with praise of what they're doing well. Now, here's an example that you may not have thought of as being praise, but it is, and it's really effective. Have you ever taken a survey and you see that little bar along the top that says you're 50% done, you're 75% done, you're almost done with the survey, and sometimes it changes colors, sometimes it's just a percentage, but it's this bar that gets bigger and bigger and bigger the longer you go through the survey. That's praise for you, that you're making progress, that you're accomplishing something, that you're achieving a desired outcome. So I just want to reiterate this one more time because it's a very simple three-step process that really makes a difference. The first step is prime. Make sure you help them feel really excited and happy that they're participating on this project. Second, give them a proven process to use so that they're not just shooting in the dark. They've got something to start with and you give them permission to make it better. That's always great if they can make it better. The third step is to praise their progress. Acknowledge and celebrate what they're doing well, the skills that they're learning, and their determination to be successful. Those three steps really make a huge difference in creating daily leadership.